should you do after a Washington motorcycle accident? Well, the first thing, obvious thing, is if you're injured, go to the hospital, go to your doctor. Depending on the situation, you may not have a choice. You may have gone via ambulance. The paramount thing always is get checked out for your injuries. Don't worry about anything else. Everything else will take care of itself in time. Your injury claim depends on you having your injuries documented. So if you wait or if you don't get treatment right away, that can be used against you down the road. The second thing to do after a motorcycle accident is make sure the police have done an incident report. Did the police come? Have you actually spoken to the police? If not, you may want to try and figure out who the police were that came to the scene of the accident and what's going on with your case. Why is that important? Well, first, police will be there investigating, getting information about how the accident happened, talking to the people on the scene, and determining fault potentially. Citing someone who was at fault for hitting you, or worst case, they may cite you and you don't even know it. So it's important for you, or if you're not able, a family member, or if you need to, a lawyer, to get involved early on to talk to the police and figure out what's going on. The second thing goes with that is find witnesses. If it's possible to find witnesses on the scene, that's the best case scenario. You may not have that ability, but if you are able to walk around, if you are able to talk to people, make sure that you independently get their names and phone numbers. Don't assume that the police officer, even though they talk to a witness, will actually write it in the report. That doesn't always occur. The third thing you need to think about following an accident is how are you going to pay your medical bills? If you've been admitted to the hospital and you stay there for a day or a week or longer, your medical bills can add up to a lot of money. And most people are worried about that. Frankly, that's really where I get the most questions after an accident involving a motorcycle. How am I going to pay all of these medical bills? Mostly because motorcycle insurance, if you ride, you know that motorcycle insurance has next to zero medical bill coverage. That's a complicated issue, and you definitely need to report it to your insurance. If you have motorcycle insurance, call them, find out what medical bill coverage you have. If you have health insurance, definitely make sure the hospital has that information. Health insurance is huge for motorcyclists. You really, really need to have it. What if you don't have either of those? At that point, you really need to talk to a lawyer. There are some options out there, but it gets complicated, and you should get some advice to determine what to do. And then if you don't have any medical insurance, but you've been hit by someone like a drunk driver, there can also be other options for you. However, if that's the case, I recommend you call a lawyer, get some advice, what options you have. That leads to the fourth thing. The fourth issue is, do you need a lawyer? That's sometimes not as clear as you might think. Most lawyers likely will say, yes, absolutely, you've been in a motorcycle accident, get a lawyer now. Well, that's not necessarily true. It really depends on how bad your injuries are. If you've been hit but not really injured, frankly, you don't need a lawyer. You don't need me, you probably don't need anyone else. When you need a lawyer is when issues come up with your bills and getting them paid, or the severity of your injuries become a question. Often that's when you need a lawyer to help guide you through dealing with the insurance company. If you're talking to an insurance adjuster, you don't feel comfortable, they're asking you to do things, you're not sure if you should do them. Those are all times when you should step back, call a lawyer, get some advice before you commit to anything. The insurance company may pressure you to do something quickly, but you don't have to do that. You can take a moment, you can get some information, you can order a book. I have a book. Please go to my website, order Motorcycle Accidents Secrets Unlocked. It has tons of information to help you in a situation just like this. If you've been in an accident and you're not sure what to do, and your motorcycle's damaged, you're having problems getting it repaired, or you have questions about how to pay your medical bills after a motorcycle accident, please give me a call. I deal with these issues every day. I'm happy to talk to you. My phone number, 242 5595. My name's Max Myers. Thanks for watching.